Well, that was fun. Jesus. And now I have the spinning wheel of death. Hang on. I can't believe Asher escaped from the basement and left you here. Well, tough luck. Yeah, this is what the spinning wheel is. It's Azure who got released from the. Hang on. I was doing some final checking things before my game crashed. I was checking the settings on stuff, and then my computer black screened of death me. Imagine just as I'm ready to go live, the computer just decides, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. But anyway, Azure and Orgo are not here to save you guys today. Orgo thought about joining us for tonight, but then he had things happen. So he's not here. None of them are here. Although I could go into the Rame open collab thing and see if anybody just randomly joins in or not. Just for the lulz, just because that would be hilarious to see. Just to see if anybody would randomly join. I gotta make sure the Discord set up the correct Discord though. Wow. Anyway, so hi everybody, it's me, your lovely hellhound, Cherry Pereira. It's just me. It's just me. I know, this must be shocking and strange for all of you, for it to just be me. It's something you'll have to go. Anyway, so the last time we played Fate Stay Night, we got the good ending. We somehow only, hang on, let me see. We somehow only ran into 2 Taiga dojos. So we could have died 10 times before we got the Taiga dojo. So you know what that means, right? That means we need to find all the ways we can die. How could we possibly die? By going through the flowchart and seeing where all the dead ends are. I also turned on the voice acting because I am not voice acting all of that. Look at that. What a guy. What a legend. The tiger's gonna mock us? Heck yeah, yeah. Hang on, where's my skip button? How do I skip things? Because this is red. We read this, as you can see from the text here. So I should have a skip button, though. Where is my skip button? Game! How do you operate, game? Where do I skip this? We read this already. Game, you said I could skip text I read. Advanced text. Auto mode. Savada. Where's the what button? What button do I press? Fast forward. Control. Hello, Love Turtle. Welcome. Hooray for the 10 stream streak. Wow. How do I... Is it just fast forwarding the thing? Is that it? Should I plug in my remote so I know what I'm doing? Well, alright. Oh. That was 10 years ago. Timeline! We already did this. You don't let me Game. Are you seriously not gonna let me... let me play? You gotta be kidding. Game! I'm supposed to be able to pick from the guys! Oh Lord of Wild. I'm in Chihuahua! God! Hello, Bolivier. I'm supposed to be able to pick from the timeline. Damn. Are you gonna make me play a new game? Remember me skip the scene, yes. Instead of go ahead, we're gonna take care of our daily tasks instead. Sakura, who's that? It was a respect dojo built to the Emi household. It was added as an afterthought when the entire house was being built. It was nothing more than a hobby and an indulgence. It's Shirou! I'll do some light exercise before breakfast. It's not really studying martial arts, but my old man once told me, if you want to be like me, you'll need to harden your body. I don't know why Dad sounds like a woman today, but I'm told that's not uncommon in the Fate universe, so... Since then, I've been made a point working out every day. Well, that's because probably because I pressed new game instead of continue, maybe. Oh. I finished my daily sit-ups and changed from my dogi to in my school uniform. Since I overslept, I decided to work out just enough to satisfy me. A few sit-ups with no stretching should be enough. I'm not built to bulk up, no matter how important they say bodybuilding is. It's not like I want to get into fights. Guys, Shirou doesn't want to get into fights. Dad sounds like a woman. Perfectly normal here in the Natsuverse, yep. Hi, Hito! Hello! All I need to do is gain enough athletic ability to handle unexpected situations and be able to move the way my silly ideals require. After all, the thing I want most is to be complete opposite of an athlete. What? Shirou, what's the opposite of an athlete? Shirou? Is it a neat? Is it a girl whose name I forget from Fate Extra? Karna's master? Is it her? Is that the opposite of what you want to be as an athlete? Shirou, you can't become a girl who doesn't leave the room ever. That's not possible. Currently. I mean, I don't know, maybe after you die, you can probably become a girl. Because that's normal here in the Natsuverse. You can come back as Leonardo da Vinci, but a woman. Yeah, but neat sounds pretty neat. It's already 20 past 6. The Emiya household's mornings start early, so even at times. I had an interest Fate Stay Night theory. Don't know if I should say it in case you don't want spoilers. Ha! Joke's on you! I know everything there is to know at the Natsuverse. So, you know, even though I haven't played Fate Stay Night to its full continuity, I know everything that happens in the game. I've just never played it. That's why I knew where all of this important scenes were. It's funny because I didn't know what the choices were for anything. And the fact that we got to, like, we missed 10 deaths before we died is hilarious because all I asked myself is, what would Shirou do? And that's how I didn't die. Breakfast is already prepared. The appetizing scent of breakfast Sakura cooks waves towards me and the dinner table. If Saber and Gil weren't in this Grail War, Heracles and Illy would have won the 5th Fuyuki Grail War. Okay, so that is an interesting theory. However, so Gilgamesh not being around isn't a factor. However, the Saber is so there's no way for that to be plausible though. It's an interesting theory, but it's a theory that would never work because Saber has to be summoned in this timeline. Saber has to be summoned in this Grail world that Ilia takes place in. Because Emiya needs to exist, and the Natsuverse won't. The Natsuverse won't let Emiya not exist. So basically, it's working on a closed time loop. So while it's an interesting theory to have, not physically possible.
Thank you. すまん。俺が寝過ごした分、桜に無理させちまって。
そんな全然無理なんかじゃないですよ。それに寝坊なんかじゃありません。
部活は関係ないよ。それを言ったら朝練がある桜がうちに来てくれるのってすごい早起きじゃないか。
Well, it does like alternate timelines, but for this timeline, that's just not for. So, what you're saying is for the 5th Holy Grail War. Is what we're using. Yes, but okay, but what is like okay. So if Natsu didn't summon Saber, is what he's saying is that he would have summoned a Berserker instead. So that means Ilio doesn't exist in this timeline. It is only for this possibility to happen. For any alternate timelines for these things to happen, Shirou and Ilia would have to be in some kind of like. It's just the way that fate works. It's just, and when I say fate, I don't mean like fate itself, but like the destiny of these characters is that a lot of things would have to be rearranged in order for any of that possibly to happen. Even if they're saying it as a possibility, he's saying it in an alternate world. It's most likely if the Shirou didn't get adopted by Kotomine, which those timelines do exist. But that's a lot of bullshit that has to happen. In Apocrypha timeline, apparently he doesn't get adopted, and that's because the Holy Grail was. Hi, Blossom. Hi. 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 Hello.
Sorry for the jump scare. I was gonna wait until I said to say hi until you were finished with the sentence.
No, that's okay. I'm talking about lore and bullshit and stuff like that. Well, I say it's like, and I'm like, I'm not trying to discourage people from having like thought process things, and I'm like, but I'm also telling it's like, yeah, you can have that thought process, and I'm like, but just in the confines of this world, it's also not physically possible for it to happen either, though. Because of shenanigans. And because... Shenanigans. Basically it's because... it's a chicken and the egg theory.
Oh, which one came first?
Yeah.
Now you got an answer.
Yeah, you got an, yeah. The answer is a dinosaur. He did they say that Sakura still summoned Medusa, but had a chance to summon Astarios from Greek myth and Labyrinth. So it's cool. Yes, it's cool ideas we'll never see because it's for the way that Natsu built this off. So Fate Stay Night and Fate name I can't think of Fate Hollow Ataraxia. These two are the games that all of the Fate universe pretty much branch off of and are alternates of this. So that's the reason why these ones can't really, even though they have those possibilities, even though they have these ideas, it's just not possible for them to exist because everything is so dependent on these two games existing the way that they exist.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I wonder which dinosaur had a heart attack the moment a chicken popped out of the egg.
I do wonder too, because that's how that's how evolution works. It just became a chicken over time. And for some reason my reactive images are not working for Discord. That's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry.
Blossom will just exist in the void. It's okay.
I exist in the void. I don't actually exist. You just hear me in your head and you're actually just hearing things, of course.
Oh gosh. I knew this day would come. Hang on.
I think
you know what?
Become cuckoo.
You know, now that I think about it, I think I know why. It's because reactive Fugitech doesn't work the same way as it used to because there's all that random bullshit now put into it. Hang on. And I'm like, I think I know the reason of what's going on, possibly. Alright, Discord. Oh, and look at that. It looks like it changed again.
Wow.
Stop changing the things I use.
Why would it not change?
That's not... Discord, please. Grab the correct reactive image. There we go. There we go, finally. Sources. Legacy group. Exclude me. Thank you. I have to add everybody manually. No.
Oh
Save.
no.
Because of the way, because it doesn't just like add people into the group anymore. You have to like go into the thing, say, I approve of this one being used.
That's terrible, how dare it.
How dare. Okay, let's see. Does this... Let's refresh one more time. Work, work, work! Work, damn you! Yes, it is well awesome you hear Husky Hito.
Hito.
We're trying to get her to appear on stream. Yeah, she could have a Gilgamesh. Possibly.
Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh. Oh, there she is. Got her. Wah. 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 I mean, I guess the bright side is that Gilgamesh might like written slightly more than her father, so maybe he won't kill her.
Oh no. The murder, not the murder.
Gilgamesh is there are too many hypothetical fate lore. And that's why we'll never see it. Imagine if Shirou summoned Muramasa, 3 Shiros in 1 Grail War. Well, if Shirou summoned Muramasa, it's possible that he wouldn't use a form that he is. So see, here's the thing about, like, possible servants and stuff like that. For example, Nursery Rhyme isn't supposed to take, even though she takes the same appearance that she does in Fate Grand Order, technically Nursery Rhyme should be able to take the form of, like, whatever fairy tale you pick for her. It's just they've kept using the Alice in Wonderland since the first time she appeared. Since then.
Alice Wonderland.
So technically, there should be like a version of, say, The Little Mermaid of Nursery Rhyme, or like any other fairy tale you can think of. Hypothetically, there's supposed to be different forms of her, just like how all the Elizabeths there are in Fake. Too many. Anyway. Oh, do you want me to put the game up?
Oh, I'm chilling. I'm doodling.
Ah, okay. I won't.
I joined because I like hanging out with you.
Ah. Aw, you.
Wow.
まあだから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしたいんだ。
To me, waking up is waking up before I read this wrong. To me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and oversleeping means I make Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today.
先輩、そういうところこだわりますよね。水釣り先輩、エミヤは粗雑なくせに律儀すぎてうるさいって。
Mrs. Zuri is the captain of the Kyudo club Sakura is in. She and I esteem to cross paths often. No, I'm not rejoining the Japanese archery club, Sakura. You cannot make me. I had an arm industry, so now it doesn't work as well as it used to.
But don't you want to join?
No, because I have the post-traumatic experiences that stop me from fully committing to things. I am shonen protagonist, good boy. Cherry is the
Shonen
Kyudo.
protagonist, good boy is an insane quote.
Yeah. Well, because there are like the good boys, and then there are like the rowdy boys for like shonen protagonists. So, and then there's just the boys that don't fit in properly into the shonen protagonists. So,
The ones who don't belong.
the ones who don't belong. You're not a shonen protagonist. You're something else.
You don't exist.
I refuse to accept the Kiritos as a shonen protagonist. Okay, question for everyone. Anyone besides me angry at Kama for making herself look like evil Sakura? No, not really. Because they had an event with her recently where she's just like, haha, teehee, I'm just the same as any other Sakura. So.
I was supposed to be mad.
Yeah, I'm like, look, Natsu is gonna make as many Sakura faces as he wants. Because Sakura is his favorite punching bag. I don't know how other way to frame that. The only evil Sakura. Well, I agree. I agree that the BB and the Sakura 5 are the best. The evil Sakuras. But I will say that Kama was kind of adopted by BB in that one thing because she's like, haha! I am the ruler of the moon, so I can come here and give you a pep talk, even though that this is called the paper moon. Still a moon, so I still can sneak my way in here. Haha! Aha! It's a tradition. Soccer faces, saber faces, some Joan faces, all the fun!
What other faces would you have? No other faces exist.
Sakura scoops rice into a bowl as she talks. Yeah, keep that rice coming, girl. I want all the rice. I'm guilty of I can just eat a bowl of rice, no problem. Dang.
That is so valid, though.
Yeah. Just a bit of soy sauce and maybe a little mayonnaise, and then I'm good. I can eat that whole bowl of rice. No problem.
I would not put mayonnaise anywhere near.
No, actually, soy sauce and like QP mayo, really good combination, actually. The Kyudo Club's morning practice starts at 7. Sakura, get the heck out of here. Go to your practice. Attendance is not mandatory, but she doesn't have much time left.
I'm still caught up with the fact that you said mayo.
Mayo.
Mayo is gross. I don't like mayo. It's
That's
terrible.
okay. I'll like mayo for the both of us then.
I fear mayo.
You can like the foods I don't like.
I hate to tell you, I'll probably dislike the foods you dislike too. You do not know how insanely picky I am.
Oh. Sakura hands me the rice bowl with a smile. What sounds like a crime? What, mayo in my rice? Is that what you're saying? Sounds like a crime? Well, joke's on you guys, apparently. Because I asked my Asian friends if it was weird, and they said no, that was normal.
I don't care what's normal. I'm one of the pickiest people you will probably know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking, I do not eat any type of sea fish. I didn't even like pizza until like college, and that was out of necessity.
That's the same as saying pineapple on pizza is the crime. I do like pineapple on pizza.
I will never have pineapple on pizza.
There.
I only like one type of pizza, and that's it.
I like spicy meat. I'm not a picky eater, so like I'm not sure even the stuff that I don't like. You put food in front of me, I'll probably eat it.
I most likely won't.
I should be used to this every morning, but her delicate fingers catch my attention. Oh no, our hands touched. Uh-oh. Can't have that. I can't explain it, but it's awkward. I'm not sure if it's our age, but Sakura's been looking more provocative lately. I am a horny teenage boy. And I noticed that my younger classman has booba. Oh no. Oh.
I have no context in anything you're saying. What the heck is going on? What?
Fate Stay Night. Shirou is a boy who notices that his underclassman is a girl, and she's got boobies. Oh no. But he's a good boy, and he does not want anything to do with that, because this is the route where he's not into that. No thank you. His sexual preference in this game is a night lady, so hand touching in a visual novel, how scandalous, I know. Especially for Stay Night. I'm sorry, not even I can take that with a serious face. Not even I can say that seriously about hand-holding and Fate Stay Night, how scandalous. Like nothing else has happened in the original version of this game.
Oh no, I'm starting to sense there was more.
I'm supposed to be say-so now, so I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to say.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hand holding pretty tame. Why do people make such a big deal about it? Because that's how girls get pregnant, right? This is what I've been taught because I am a say-so VTuber. One of these days I'm gonna get kicked out of one of these days I'm gonna get kicked out because I said too much. Hey, I warned them ahead of time. I said And I'm like, I don't know how say-so I am. And I'm like, and I do stream HC Plus because sometimes I swear and I make the provocative comment here and there. And they're like, you're not that bad. And I'm like, I feel like compared to everybody else, I am much worse than everybody here.
Have you heard my sailor's mouth? I'm not gonna lie, I probably swear more than you.
Bro, just be chill.
I think you're fine.
Look, guys. It's because I don't wanna. It's like I don't care about my own reputation, but I feel bad if I ruin the reputation of everybody in ramen. So, like, this is not.
I do not believe that is.
I am an outlier. This is not how most people in Ranmei behave. There's a oh my chatters, there was a lot more in the hand holding than the original. Let's all just leave it at that. Spoilers, yes, mono transfers. Anyway. Her casual movements are so pretty, she often takes my breath away. Maybe it's because I never saw Sakura that way before, but now I'm noticing how feminine she's becoming. Oh no, she's becoming a girl. I can't have that.
How dare she become feminine?
Yes, how dare she become a woman.
I think that's illegal.
Yeah. Honestly, it's baffling. Why the hell am I getting nervous around my friend's younger sister?
Excuse me?
So, and no, I'm not grossed about him getting nervous about his friends. I'm grossed about the friend, who the friend is. The friend, he is a stain on society, and the fact that Shirou considers him his friend is how dumb this protagonist is. Dumb Shirou. Anyway, Sakura's really good at considering younger friend of mine, and she's someone I need to look after. She's the younger sister of a friend of mine. We used to be friendly, though. Initially, we weren't close, since she's a grade below me. It was only a year and a half ago that a relationship became more of what it is now. Sakura started to come and cook meals for me when I got hurt, and things kind of stayed like that. I think this arrangement was supposed to last until I got better, but I guess something or other happened, and somehow she ended up helping out with the household chores. Either way, Sakura's a good cook, and her cleaning and laundry skills are perfect. Because I am a perfectionist, and I do all of my own laundry and cleaning and everything, so if her standards weren't up to par with mine, I would be very displeased. Because I am the true wife of this series. Step over, Sakura! Shirou Emiya, the mom of everybody. Anyway. Having her come early in the morning is big help, but it's been disconcerting recently. Sakura isn't the problem, it's me. I'm sure being flustered by my friend's sister is part of the reason I feel guilty. Usually I'm unfazed, but when I blush, it's because I get caught off guard like now. I wonder whether it's that's problematic as her senpai. Yeah, no joke, Shirou's the best waifu, and that isn't even a joke. Yeah. And according to Archer's numbers, apparently he's got one of the bigger busts of any of the people in the series. So, you know, that's something. Boys got big boobs. No, just kidding. Yes, please skip this scene. I've seen it. Yep, skip that. How can we die? I'll go to my part-time job. Let's find out. Da 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 da. I feel bad for Issei, but I should probably prioritize my part-time job. I never promised I would go, but since I said I'd try, I should probably keep my word. Let's see if this is how I die the first time.
先約ああ、例のアルバイトか。そうか、それは困らせたな。こちらは今日明日で身体が決まるものでもない。
You got this.
Let's see if we can find those Taiga dojos and get Taiga to yell at us for dying.
ん？そこまで深刻な話でもないと言っただろう。急を要していたものは今朝で片付いた。 残った修理品はエミヤの手が空いた時で構わんさ。
そっか。じゃあ、バイトの休みが取れたらするってことでいいかな。
Damn, guys, it's so much easier to tell who's talking when the voice acting is on.
実際ない。その時はまた頼りにするぞ。
This is why Cyan got intimidated when I was playing this visual novel, because this one does not have the same standard as a lot of visual novels have now. In fact, Type Moon continues this trend even with newer ones that they come out, so... Issei bids me a stiff farewell and leaves the classroom.
さて、
I shouldn't dawdle. I may not have been given a specific time, but now that I've decided to go to my part-time job, I need to hurry over to the neighboring town. Da 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 da.
参ったな。ほんの手伝いのつもりだったのに、3万円ももらってしまった。
Woo, we're rich! We got 30,000 yen! Wait, what does that convert into? To an American dollars? 200 something. Oh, never mind.
$200.
Yeah. It's like an unexpected windfall or a stroke of good luck. Well, that's probably a lot for a high school student back in the early 2000s. I have a dumb question. Okay, well, let me see what the dumb question is. If in the sequel game, Rin did that big oopsie, does that mean Shirou also remembers the bad ends? I don't know. I haven't played the sequel yet, because like I said, I haven't played through all of this game yet, so I haven't bought it. I think I know what the plot twist is, so I don't know if Shirou remembers the bad ends because of the plot twist that turns out to be in that one. Maybe if we get to play it on stream one day, we can find out together. Wee. Copenhagen, where I worked all day, is like a bar and the supermarket that sells liquor in all one place, and it takes a lot of people to restock inventory for this place. It's a job that needs at least 5 people, but the more people you have after that makes everyone's lives easier. Yet the boss is always like... He mentioned it so casually to the part-time workers, he seemed to think it was enough. But I'm the only one who showed up. The only people there for inventory were me, the boss, and Neko, his daughter. Nico? I don't know how to pronounce it because people spell things differently. Anyway, all hell broke loose. Neko was scolding the boss, yet I was the only fool who came, ready to be sacrificed. The two of them unenthusiastically applauded when I showed up, and then we all decided to organize storage room as much as possible. LMAO, what? Yeah, the boss said, you guys don't have to show up for inventory day if you don't want to. And then Shirou was the only dumb boy that showed up. And then, we somehow finished the inventory in 2 hours because Shirou is that crazy talented. The boss remarks as he eats a brown cake and surveys the afternoon's work. Why is it translated that? Just say chocolate cake. Don't say brown cake. That's weird.
違います。力仕事には慣れてるし、ここのバイトも長いし、倉庫のどこに何があるかぐらいは把握してるからです。伊達にガキの頃からここで働かせてもらってません。
あ、そっか。あれ、シロ君ってもう5年だっけ?
Shirou, you've been working here since you were 11? What the hell?
そのぐらいですね。親父が亡くなってからすぐに雇ってくれたの親父さんのとこだけだったし。
We need to talk to the Japanese Labor Department about children working when they should be getting resources if their parents die.
Oh no.
Oh no.
僕も年を取るわけだ。
boss stuffs his mouth with rum cake. Then why didn't you say that the first time? Next to him, Neko is nursing a bottle of warm sake. Why are they all getting drunk? The owner has a sweet tooth while his daughter is the drinker of the family. They sure balance each other out well. And... thank you for the follow, Zenza. Welcome to the stream. Shirou's the thing employers look for, a beginner with 5 years experience. He waves 3 10,000 yen bills at me. It's more than I get for a week's worth of labor, not 3 hours. I hesitate, but I take whatever I can get. Just as I'm about to leave Copenhagen. I am having as good of an evening as I can have. As in, I worked all week and I am tired, but I am here to get this stream stuff going. And also to remind myself I have to get a video done tomorrow. Haha.
Make sure to get some rest, though.
Yeah, I will.
Important.
I know. I'll get plenty of rest. Luckily, I don't do these. Here on that, just got a 11-hour shift. Oh boy. I guess you could. Are you one of the people who only work weekends or something, or like a couple of days? Unless you do that all week. Jesus Christ. For that, I praise you then. Get that bag. I don't know. Nah, you do 11-hour days for 4 days a week. Okay, so that's not that bad. It could be worse. So that's kind of spaced out properly, I think, if I do the math. That sounds right for a week, I think. I can't do mental math, so you'll forgive me if I'm not. Neko stops me while she's curled up in front of the heater resting. Ah, she's called Neko because she's just like a cat.
I wonder if that's why she's named that way.
Oh no, we're all Obaka-sans.
君さ、人の頼みを断ったことないでしょう。前に私と父が風邪で寝込んだ時も店番してくれたし。
別にそんなことはないですけど、俺無理な注文は受けませんもん。
あん時君も風邪ひいてたんだけどね。まあいいけど。私が何を言いたいかっていうとですね、エミヤンはいいやつでちょっとバカで、そのあたり私は心配なので、今度藤村に
Neko's gonna beef with Fujimura. It's cat fight in more ways than one because Fujine is a tiger and this girl's a Neko. So that means it's a real Neko makes circles with her fingers in the air as she downs her sake. She seems to think I'm a dragonfly or something.
とにかく藤姉に伝言？
そう。じゃあね。あんまし頑張りすぎんなよ。
God, this is gonna be a cat fight. Oh boy.
いつの間にか橋越えてら。
I managed to walk back from the neighboring Shinto to Mayama without realizing. I would like to skip this scene, yes. Yes, I would like to skip that scene too. Oh boy. Let's save here because we're at options. That I have more than one that I haven't picked before. Ooh. I guess I'll go hang out with Fujine. See what she's got to say. Hey, Fujine, how's it going? Well, it might be good to see how Fujine's doing. Sort of a way to get in some light after-meal exercise.
桜につまんない話しやがって。好きあらば仕返ししてやる。
お風呂入ってたんじゃないの？
Fujine is silently peeling tangerines, eating them for dessert. 2 tangerine peels shaped like floating flowers are lying on top of the table. I feel like she's been cursed or something. She can't peel apples to save her life, but her tangerine peels are like works of art.
風呂は後にした。さっきの
How
話で
can
ケ
you
チついた
not
ん
peel
で、
an apple
風
but
呂の前に
peel
文
a
句言っとこうと思って。
I mean, maybe it's one of those easy peel tangerines. You know, those little tiny ones that are made, that for somehow were cultivatedly made, that make it easy for children to peel.
all you need is a little peeler.
Mm-hmm.
別にいいじゃん。もう昔のことなんだし、さくらちゃんも喜んでたし。それよりはい、今日のノルマ。シローは1日1個だからね。
She takes a small tangerine out from the basket of the table and tosses it to me.
ってみかんぐらいで怪獣されないぞ。さくらだったからいいようなものの、学校であんな話するなよ。一世あたりが変な心配するから。
Yeah, Nathan, don't tell embarrassing stories about me to anybody else other than Sakura, I guess, because everybody else at school would be concerned about the weird stories that I get up to.
みつづりさんは大笑いしそうだけどね。なんて言われなくても分かってるわよ。シローの子供の頃の話なんてさくらちゃん以外にはしないから。
だからさくらにもするなって言ってるの。
No, don't talk about it, Sakura, either. Never mind. Don't tell anybody about my past.
もうないと思うけど、今度やったら怒るからな。
I glare at Fujine with all my might, showing how serious I am. I'm super serious, Fujine.
なんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。つまり
Fujine, why are you looking at me like that?
そうなのよ。
Fujine? Despite my efforts, Fujine grins, clearly pleased with herself.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよ、バカトラ。
Bakatoro. I scowl angrily at Fujine.
トラでもいいよーだ。要するにあれでしょ。シローはさくらちゃんに知られるのが嫌だったのよ。他の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
I don't want anybody to know that I want to become a champion of justice. That's not true, I think. I want to hug Fujine. She seems fun. She's even more fun when she's the Jaguar Warrior.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃうから。
Then she wears a tiger onesie, and that she looks very huggable in that.
そっか。シローもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。教師としてちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっと安心したかな。けど、お姉ちゃんはちょっと寂しいかな。
Her speech is almost weirdly emotional, and then half as a heartbeat later, she shoves a whole tangerine into her mouth. Fujine can fit anything up to the size of her fist in her mouth. Act like that might be alluring if we were in the wild savannah or something, but such a feral charm seems to be unbecoming of a mature woman like her.
あれ先輩お風呂入ってたんじゃないんですか？
In comes Sakura. She heads right to the living room, having finished up the dishes.
まあ、藤根に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか？
Reach over for the stack of tangerines in a basket. It's unexpected, but the three of us are relaxing together after dinner is kind of nice.
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用にとって
I already ate tangerines, says Sakura.
さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。調理したやつかアイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。で、さくらちゃんそろそろ時間？
はい、後片付けも済みましたから今日はもう帰ります。
そっか。じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送って行ってあげる。
Fujine halts her mass consumption of tangerines and gets to her feet, somehow managing to look bold. The way she gets up gives the impression of a responsible elder.
いいんですか？
当然でしょう。
さくらちゃんもシロウも私が預かってるんだから、ちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。シロウもそれでいいでしょ。私たちが帰ったらちゃんと。
了解。藤姉なら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
I won't worry, even if you're attacked by perverts or bears.
What?
He's saying he's not worried about Fujine walking her home because Fujine could beat up perverts and bears.
そうでもないわよ。さすがに熊は無理でしょ。うん。無理だからここまで逃げ帰って。
She's saying she's not sure if she can beat up a bear. But if she does, she would be able to eat the bear later, so that would be nice. Fujine smiles fearlessly. Yeah. Fujine typically marches to a different beat. A beat so loud and disoriented, it wreaks havoc on everything around her. But as a teacher, she's also so courageous, it's almost admirable.
行こっか、さくらちゃん。それじゃ、また明日ね、シロ。
Bye, Fujine.
それじゃあおやすみなさい、先輩。
Bye, Sakura. The two leave the mansion. I see them off in front door and I lock the door behind them as instructed by Fujine. And we got a skip scene, so I'm going to go load from 4. And see if I can pick the other thing. I will rest. I will not talk to anybody, and I'm just going to take some rest.
風呂も沸いてるし、さくらを家まで送るのは藤姉にお願いすればいいか。
Now that it's settled, I should be as efficient as I can. First, I need to wake Fujine up since she's dozing in the living room. Then I'll thank Sakura for the dinner and see the two of them off way home. Then I'll take a bath and rest a bit more. No things. And that I just skip everybody. Woo! Wait, hang on. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. As I accidentally don't skip this scene. Oopsie daisy. Wow. Guess I'll work up a sweat if I have so much time. Morning exercise is my daily routine, so I might as well do some light workouts. There's a respectful dojo built in the Emiya house. It was added as sort of an afterthought when the house was constructed, which is why the dojo wasn't built for specific purposes. Fujine apparently used this place as her playground even before I came to this house. But then I became Kiritsuko's disciple and started using this place more often. Fujine hated me for that for a while. There's only one thing I can do here. Training to be a mage means I can't neglect my training my body. One of those conditions for being a mage is maintaining yourself at your physical peak. When Kiritsuko was still alive, he and I sparred often. Well, more, he just kicked my ass every time, so I never really learned how to win myself. But at least I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I learned the difference between killing and beating an opponent, and how to conduct myself in each situation. Knowledge and experience are different. Without the knowledge to know how the difference, it's hard to tell if you've gotten yourself into a fight or a massacre. It's as simple as that. Learning magecraft means that there is a risk to perishing on your own, as well as a risk of having to fight. And to mages, that means killing each other. That's why Kiritsuko wanted to teach me that I must always be ready to face death. But the person reminding me of that lesson is long gone. So the only thing I can do alone is simple exercises. Stretching, push-ups, sit-ups. It's no different to what the members of the Kudo Club do in the morning. The only difference is the intensity. Intensity. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ooh. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Yes. 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 Hang on. Where am I? My timeline's getting weird. Do. Sakura don't like us here. Confusion. I'm confused. How did I get over the... There's 4 here. And something different happened here. And I have 2 selections. Huh.
You got this!
It happened in an instant. The man in the red coat appears right in front of Saber. Saber attacks and he loses his balance. I see her preparing to finish a blow. And behind that, I'm sure I know the person the man in red is protecting. I reach toward her with my left hand and cry out. I have no idea who that man in red is, but after defeating him, I'm sure Saber will attack the person behind him without hesitating. Wait, is this how I accidentally get onto Blade Works? I can't let that happen. I can't let Saber hurt her. Yeah, because in the Fate route, I don't... Confused? I was just trying to find dead ends on the regular route. I think I accidentally just got in the second route. Well, guess I'm just impervious to dying. A slight but noticeable pain tingles down the back of my left hand. One of the marks there fades away. As it's exchange for that, Saber halts her attack, though it shouldn't have been possible for her to do that so by that point. For an instant, the silver armor comes to a halt as if frozen in stone. The man in red takes advantage of the opening and makes his escape. I'm sure of it. He's the one who was fighting Lancer. That means the girl behind him is... I don't really want to believe it. But is it really...
正気ですか、シロ。今なら確実にアーチャーとそのマスターを倒せた。だというのに、レイジを使ってまでその機会を逃すとは。
Well, what am I supposed to do? I can barely process the situation. I stopped Saber because I don't want her to kill the girl who saved my life.
マスター、指示を撤回してください。あなたがそのような態度では、倒せる相手も倒せなくなる。
Let me just... hang on one momento, por favor.
No worries.
As I save the game down here. Yeah, I'm on Unlimited Blade Works. Choices!
Choices.
Choices!
Choices.
Let me go. Flowchart, flowchart, flowchart. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back! I wish to find all of this stuff in the route, please. Let me save down here. This one is Fate, that one is Unlimited Blade Works. Let me also, because I want to fill out this chart before I go any further. So I want to fill out Fate before I get into any weird things over there. But how do I... How do I get that seed in the mid? I wonder if it's... I wonder if I need to... Maybe since that's before the change. Alright, so maybe this is stuff that happens if I unlock the other routes, possibly. And that's why those aren't triggering. Learning things, it's fine. Visual novels are sometimes complicated.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just trying to learn how to die anyway. Lol, lol, lol. Hmm. Summon a saver, the root. What's the meaning of being a weirdo? Is this how I died the first time? I can't go along with this. A gruesome battle to death is wrong.
どうした？戦うか戦わないのか。
I will die by choosing not to fight. Yeah, he doesn't need to ask anymore.
戦わない。マスターの権利とやらを。
I look right into the priest's eyes as they answer.
そうか。残念ではあるが、マスター本人の意思では仕方がない。エミやシロはマスターである権利を放棄し、聖杯戦争から離脱した。
Why would the priest have toasted them, not me?
構わないわ。それがエミヤ君の選択なら、私がどうこう言えることじゃないでしょう。
その罪悪感だけでも収穫だったとするか。では早速取り掛かろう。エミやシロ。
Is he gonna cut it off?
何をする気だよ。
なーに、すぐに終わる。マスターをマスターたらしめている要因は2つある。1つはサーバントとの契約であり、1つは腕に宿った霊樹だ。この2つを失えば、お前は聖杯戦争から解放。
He's gonna cut it off? The priest takes my left arm and he cuts it off, right?
痛むぞ。できるだけ力を抜け。
No, he cut it off.
Is he gonna cut it off? His fingers plunge into my arm. 5 fingers dig mercilessly inside my arm. Whoop. My entire body jerks from the pain. And I hear the sound of tearing flesh. Yep, I guess that's what's happening. This was not my mind playing tricks. Even if it was some sort of illusion, I can feel my arm being torn apart. My arm is unscathed, though. But somehow the priest's fingers are digging and tearing into my arm, as if his fingers are becoming intangible and moving through my flesh. And this is how I die.
完了だ。手術は無事終了した。
I look at my left arm. There's not a single wound, yet I feel bruising pain throbbing through the whole arm. In exchange for that unpleasant feeling, the inscription on my hand changed shape.
形が変わってる。
ええ。霊樹の数は3つ。綺麗はそのうち2つをあなたから摘出したのよ。体を傷つけずに幹部を取り除く霊媒師みたいにね。
And this is how I die, right? If I remember correctly, there are some specialized mages who can treat someone by repairing their spiritual quality. And I hear they perform magecraft that uses a type of curse that removes tumors without cutting the patient up, like magic.
驚いたな。霊媒治療ってのは未開の地で使われる技法だろう。
そう言うな。何らかの魔術を得得している時点で、神父としては失格なのだ。ならばどのような
Shut up, Kotabine.
神父失格であることは変わるまい。
You terrible, terrible man.
今のは私の唯一の取り柄でな。いろいろと魔術を習ったが、性にあったのはこれだけだった。私の魔術特性は、よくも
You liar!
傷を開くことに特化している。おかげで他の魔術の腕は、そこの弟子にさえ遅れを取る始末だよ。
良くも悪くもっていいに決まってるじゃない。綺麗ほどの霊媒師は教会にも少ないし、教会の秘跡使いだってあなたほど霊体を作れる人はごく一部なんだから。
さてな、いかに優れた治療法といえ、霊媒は肉体に依存する接触治療に過ぎない。肉体に依存しない存在証明である。魂そのものに触れられる奇跡には程遠いが、ともかく霊樹の摘出は完了し、後の始末は君の役割だ。エミやシロ、最後に残った霊樹を用い、
サーバントとの。
ええ。外で待ってるセーバーの前で契約破棄を申し出るの。けどきっとセーバーは契約破棄なんて認めてくれない。
そういうことだ。霊樹を使い切り、 かつサーバントとの契約を立って、それで君は晴れて自由の身だ。正常なマスターならば、君は偶然手に入れた力を手放すことで。
Unilaterally dissolving my contract with Saber. I'm basically betraying her. Even if it was by chance, I summoned her and she protected me. Did I make a mistake? I can't agree to let myself be a part of something where the masters try to kill each other. I don't agree, but what if I can turn a blind eye to it either?
何をしている？霊樹の発動に呪文はいらん。霊樹に意識を乗せてサーバントに命令すればいいだけだ。セイバーに直接言いつけるか、ここで一方的に契約を断つか。
No. My mind is made up. I can't turn back now, and the priest probably wouldn't let me.
セイバーと話をつけてくれ。それで俺はマスターじゃなくなるんだな。
セイバーに直接ってヘミヤ君、それは。
ああ、保証しよう。オノがサーバントに別れを告げてくるがいい。
Evil priest. I'm not sure how serious he is, but the priest says he'll welcome me. I have no intention of being under his care, though. All I'm going to do is forfeit my claim as master. I absolutely refuse to receive any help from him after that.
それもお断りだ。あんたの世話にはならない。それで終わりだ。あんたとは二度と会わない。
そうか。なるほど。それはそうだろうな。さようなら、エミヤシロ。自ら選んだ道だ。
Stop being a weirdo who... He doesn't need to tell me that. I turn around and leave the church. This is how you die, maybe. I think so. I step outside the church. She's there, waiting in stone paved square beneath the clear sky.
話は済みましたか、マスター。
ああ。聖杯戦争がどんなものか、その上で決めたんだ。セイバー。俺はマスターを降りる。
Saber's expression doesn't change. The green eyes regard me knowingly as if my decision was the most natural thing in the world.
それは私との契約を取りやめるということですか？
そうだ。俺にはマスターは務まらない。それにセイバーだって俺みたいな半人前よりまっとうなマスターと契約した方がいいだろう。
はい。戦闘面での充実を図るのなら、あなた以外の魔術師と契約するべきでしょう。
そうか。ならここで契約を切ってもいいな。レイジは契約解除に使うから、それでセイバーは自由だ。
シロ、一度だけ聞きます。マスターを降りるという意思は変わりませんか？
変わらない。俺は殺し合いをする気はない。
I say that as I look straight at Saber. At that moment, Saber's raincoat sways. And I get cut down! I stare dumbfoundedly directly into death itself. In the brief moment I blink, Saber has closed the distance between us. She sweeps my legs from under beneath me, and I slam hard into the ground. Pain spikes through my long legs for a brief delay. There's no blood, my legs are still intact. It's a relief I still have legs. Thankfully, she only struck my legs with a metal rod. My bones are cracked and my legs hurt, as if it's been shattered into 1,000 pieces, but it's better than having both my legs cut off.
シロ、マスターで亡くなった魔術師はそのサーバントに殺される。いかに未熟だろうと、私を呼び寄せたあなたには私をこの世に留める力がある。サーバントにはマスターが必要だ。あなたが契約を断つのなら、私はあなたを殺してその体をもらい受ける。それでもあなたはマスターを降りると。
I try to ignore the pain and focus all my concentration on looking up at Saber. I sense no hostility or murderous intent from Saber. As natural as breathing, Saber will kill me without remorse or regret, simply to remain in this world. Even so...
仮に今から考えを改めたところで、俺にはできない。レイジュが残り一つだからじゃない。俺は戦いを拒絶した。一度でもマスターであることを否定したんだ。そんな奴をマスターにしたところで。
I was defeated, and if I refuse to fight once, I'll certainly do the same a second time. Every time I find myself in that position, I'll regret fighting. Me being a master would only put not only me, but also Saber in jeopardy.
ここで私に殺されても構わないのですね。私は霊体にはなれない。あなたの魂を取り込めない以上、あなたは肉体の痛みを持って死を迎える。
まさか戦うのはごめんだが、殺されるのはもっとごめんだ。ダメでもともと最後まで抵抗して逃げ切ってやる。
I psyched myself up and glared back at Saber, refusing to let her overwhelm me. And then...
そういえば
いいでしょう。霊樹を使いなさい、シロ。あなたの決断だ。気にすることはありません。私は今回のマスターとも信頼を築けなかっただけだ。あなたが霊樹で契約を立てば、私は自由になる。
Saber lays all this out matter-of-factly, inspired by her resolve. Contract over, and then I probably will get killed 2 minutes after.
Wait, what? No!
I concentrate my thoughts with the command spell in my left hand to break my contract with Saber. Because it's totally not because of probably the priest in there. Haha!
あなたの魔力は好ましかった。再び会うことはないでしょうが、無事この戦いを切り抜けられるよう。
Woo! The silver armor moves away. I realize that I have the urge to call out to her, but I smother it before I embarrass myself. I have no right to call out to her. She didn't blame me for arbitrarily severing a contract, and the concern for my safety was until the very end. And since I pushed her hand away and stepped down from the Holy Grail War, I'm in no position to call her for her. And then we go home, and then we get killed by Lancer, who's controlled by the priest. Teehee. If I had to guess. The moonlit night is silent. It may be past midnight, but the town seems excessively silent. It's eerie, honestly. Eerie, yes, that does seem to describe the mood.
いつからこんな様子になっちまったのかな。
It's obvious. The Holy Grail War, the 6 mages in the town engaged in secret battles, are the ones sucking the life from the town. My chest hurts. My chest where Lancer stabbed me hours ago aches.
今さら教会に戻って何になる。
Dead man walking. I try to fight down the pain in my chest as I walk home. I'll think about what I should do once I get home. Once I get home, I can take a bath and clear my head. Yeah, that'll help me calm down. And yet, I'll think about what I should do once I get home. That thought in itself was a mistake. Like a bad dream, I see there's no path ahead. Oh, never mind. Ilya kills me. Well, this is also funny. I raise my head towards the sound of a girl speaking in a hushed voice. The blue moon hangs overhead. Standing at the top of the hill that leads back to my house, I see a girl in a strange figure. And I get murdered! And then I'm not sure. There was no time to see them, no movement to exchange words, or even a chance for me to run away. The strange figure, a dark giant, swings his weapon. The blow creates such an overpressure it takes. And now he's dead. It flies off. What flies? From the base? The hill behind me is stained red, wet as a rainstorm that just passed, but the ruined, torn part of my body remains pink. Blood slowly oozes out. Agony and terror creep over me. I tumble. I'm kneeling forward, but my knees are bent in the wrong direction. They aren't bent forward. The legs are bent right at the angles where my knees used to be. My mind can't keep up. The mind-searing agony makes it impossible to keep up with what's happening. Berserker. I'm sure I heard that. Which means the monster in front of me. My consciousness begins to fade. The girl's innocent voice seems out of place in this situation. I look up. I can't breathe. Part of my chest is simply missing, leaving a gaping hole right through me. I fall backwards onto the ground. Both my legs are folded like caterpillar threads. They're broken and won't move. If I use my one working arm to grasp at the asphalt and drag myself away...
まだ動けるんだ。けど残念ね。あなたはもう逃げられない。逃げたところで意味なんてないわ。だってここで私から逃げられたとしても、その体はあと数秒で死んじゃうもの。
My body feels light. I've lost over half my blood. It's astonishing that I'm still conscious. My brain is starved for oxygen, and it should have stopped functioning long ago.
けど安心して。そんな簡単に死なれたらつまらないでしょ。だから私がちょっとだけ手を貸してあげました。
I'm a have to go. My
Alright,
brain
have a good
just
one.
ceased to exist.
頭を潰すまで
Bye
の
bye.
意識がちゃんと残ってるの。だからこんなことをしてもまだ生き物としてのたうち回れるわ。
Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of ah. I feel myself being crushed. Whatever that weapon is, it crushes me like a hydraulic press. It flattens my entire body like a sheet of paper. I can't die. The only blood I have left is in my head. My body has ceased to function, and my nerves have already accepted death, waiting to be relieved from the pain, and yet somehow I cling to consciousness. My throat whistles. The sound echoes in my head. My mind is a muddled mess. I just want to escape this pain. I appeal to the girl as if begging for help. A moment of hope. The girl gasps in surprise. She smiles like an angel as she says that. All rationality abandons me. I'm not gonna get away from this. I feel then, down to my soul, that I'm going to die here.
私でも抱き上げられるくらいになったかな。それじゃあお兄ちゃん、私のお城に招待してあげる。お城に帰ればいっぱい道具があるから、そこでゆっくりと続きをしよう。
No matter how much I'm hurt, my consciousness just won't die. And it's because it doesn't die, I've numb my psyche. I don't know how much longer my head is going to remain intact. But I've already lost all hope. Bad end! Hooray! The Tiny Dojo is a lighthearted hint segment. Players who want to complete the game on their own should avoid out-of-character situations and proceed with caution. Yes, please tell me more, Sensei. Boop.
こんにちは。みんな元気にしてるかな？
Yes.
ゲームは1日1時間。サクッと死亡した君に体罰直撃。悩みを即時解決するお助けコーナー。タイガー道場。
I guess I'm a bad gamer then. Who only plays for 1 hour?
さて、早速だが、本編の雰囲気ぶち壊しのこのコーナーの趣旨を問いたいと思う。答えよ、弟子1号。
この道場はニブチンでバカチンな城を救う舞台裏でそうなればフェイトを支える大黒柱であります。いわばフェイト本編そのものと言っても過言ではないのではないでしょうか。
This is the main story of Fate.
ベラボー、おー、ベラボー。はい、よくできました。みんなも薄々感づいてると思うけど、この道場
Guys, the dojo is what's supporting all of the Fate franchise.
みんな、本編でおっきな顔してる偽ヒロインたちに騙されないよう、少しでも危なげな選択肢が出てきたら迷わずそっちを選んでね。さて、今回のシローはあっちゃー、ぺっちゃんこで小さくなっちゃったか。こんなことするのはよっぽど残酷な人でなしなんだろうな。そこんとこどうなのよ、弟子。
問題ありません。これは愛情の裏返しによるキュートでポップなジェノサイドなのだ。
不許可。
間違えました。これはうだつながらないお兄ちゃんがあるヒロインのご機嫌を損ねちゃった結末です。
その通り。いわば指導不覚悟。背中を見せたら切腹よ。今後こ
This is a load-bearing dojo, clearly.
でもまあここは名目上 Q&A コーナーなので一応悩みに答えておきましょう。弟子1号、今回の対策は？
選択肢に戻って違う方を選べばいいのであります。
はい、よくできました。今回のような突発詞は至るところに仕掛けられてるから選択肢でのセーブは基本よ。それじゃあ今回はここまで。次の稽古で君を待つ。
はい、またね。
またねー。Wait, I picked the wrong one. Nya nya nya. So since I picked it before, let's go here. Let's go here. Whee! So much fun! Tosaka, we gotta run for it! I'm gonna get away from this place. Saber can't win against that monster. If I let her keep fighting, she's dead. Then... I take Tosaka's hand and run. If that girl is really after us, she'll definitely give chase. That means Saber might live, and we might have a chance to survive if we can get somewhere where there are people. She shakes me off. And then there's a flash. Tosaka moves in to protect my defenseless back. Ouch. She takes the blow that had been meant for me. She turns her face towards me and I don't see the pain expected. Red streaks her lips and she looks down at me curiously at the sword impaling her chest. Is that a question about her trying to protect me or just taking Berserker's attack? Tosaka tilts her head, admitting that it had all been useless from the start. Almost the instant she spoke those words, Berserker hurled her body at the ground. My body reacts before I can think. The dark giant looms before me, and the monster throws Tosaka's body to the ground. I seize the opportunity to run away. I flee desperately like an animal jumping through the ring of fire. I run. Tosaka's words echo in my head. The church. I need to run up the hill and reach the church. I'll go to the church and ask Kotsumine for help. I need to do that, or else Tosaka will die, and Saber will die. I won't be able to help either of them, and I'll die too. And we're dead. I feel a blow to my back, but it's not a sword. It's a giant dozer blade that strikes my back and sends me flying. Ah. I.
そう、生きてるんだ、お兄ちゃん。何の魔術も使えないようだけど、マスターに選ばれる理由はあったみたいね。いいわ、それぐらいじゃないと、私も日本に来た意味がないもの。
I can't move. Calling the state I'm in alive would be a sort of overstatement. Goner would be closer to the mark. Dumb ways to die.
簡単には
A million dumb ways to die.
あなたにはもっと傷ついてもらって、今までの時間がどれだけ恵まれていたのか。
The silver-haired girl holds my head down. Cold, pale fingertips freeze my skull. I know somehow that I can't possibly go back to who I was before.
自分じゃ決して死ねない醜い人形にしてあげる。お兄ちゃんは今日からキリツグの代わりになるの。
I muster the last bit of sense I have to hope Saber and Tosaka are safe. Buttoned. Yes, please, show me more. Bam.
こんにちは。サクッと死んだあなたを一から鍛え直す夢のレスキューコーナー、タイガー道場師範藤村大河です。
藤村大河です。
はーい。本当はこんなところに出る必要なんてないけど、お情けで大河に付き合ってあげてるイリアです。
だりゃー！弟子1号。この道場では貴様の名称は弟子1号。
いたた。この私を吹き飛ばすなんて、両刀取らしない。恐るべし。
Tiger bamboo sword has been added to the weapon.
今変な音しなかった？
別にしなかったけど。それよりタイガー、今回のテーマは何なの？
うん。今回のテーマはバッドエンドについて。いきなりだけど、フェイトは油断イコール敗北と心得るように。基本的にみんな容赦ないので、選択肢になったらセーブするのは常道よ。シローの日常は赤信号だらけのスクランブルってなもんなんだから。
お兄ちゃんたら好きだらけだからね。やっぱり私が守ってあげないとダメなんだから。
チェスト。
師匠、その市内本当に痛いであります。もっと優しい市内にしてください。
却下。愛情転じて殺人に至るようなちびっこは道場3周。キリキリ走れい。
疲れるの反対。
トラスタンプが欲しくないのか。
わかったわ。
I do want a tiger stamp.
今回のシーンはあの最強ちびっこ相手に逃げようなんて思ったことよ。あの子に会ったらもう倒すか倒されるかだけ。判断選択は死を招くから気をつけなさい。
タイガー、なんか道場の隅に猫がいるよ。
尻尾踏んで追い返しなさい。あと私を虎と呼ぶな。
はーい、変な猫を追い返しました。
Wait, there's a weird looking cat away here?
では今回はここまで。物語が始まったばかり。この山場を乗り越えたらようやくマスターとしての戦いが始まるような、始まらない？
どっちなのよ。
もうちょっと修行編かな。
Da 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 da. No. Give me the flowchart. I want the flowchart. Flowchart, the flowchart. Da 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 da. Dying here, dying here. Whee! Sure. Let's see. Let's check the flow chart. Huh. Hang on. So we've got 1 and 2. And then there's all these in the middle. Let's talk about yesterday. There's no point in talking until I understand my own situation. I'll need to understand where I am before I am to try to get where I'm going. That's the basics for a journey.
昨日の話からのがいい。
そうね。まずは状況を知るのが先。なんだ、まともに頭が働くじゃない、あなた。
With a smug grin, Tosaka launches into a brief explanation of last night's events. Apparently, Berserker left right after I lost consciousness. Afterwards, my body started to heal on its own, and it was back to normal after a few minutes. I was still unconscious, so Tosaka brought me here, and the rest was as I remember it.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私は手助けしたけど、あの傷を完治させたのはあなた自身の力だった。
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、なんだ、遠坂が直してくれたんじゃないのか。
So this is a likey-like. But there's a one that had her. Oh well, maybe I'll just keep going for now until I figure it out. So many things.
「まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんて芸当はもう私にはできない。エミやシローは自分でぶっ飛んだ中身をどうにかしたのよ。
I don't really have an answer to that. My stomach is back to normal, yes, but I'm honestly still dubious about what Tosaka said. I can't even use any healing magecraft, much less raise the dead.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力なのか、それとも召喚の時に何か手違いが生じたのか。まあ両方だと思うけど、何らかのラインがつながったんでしょうね。
ラインって使い魔と魔術師を結ぶ因果線のこと？
あら、ちゃんと使い魔の知識はあるじゃない。なら話は早いわ。要するにエミヤ君とセイバーの関係は普通の主人と使い魔の関係じゃないってこと。
They say it was fate.
見たところセイバーには自然治癒の力もあるみたいだから、それがあなたに流れてるんじゃないかな。普通は魔術師の能力が使い魔に付与されるんだけど、あなたの場合は使い魔の特殊能力が主人を助けてるってわけ。
簡単に言って川の水が下から上に流れているようなもんか。
うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど、セイバーの魔力ってのは川の流れを変えるほど膨大なんでしょ。そうでなければあの体格でバーサーカーとまともに打ち合うなんて考えられない。
本来ならありえない。じゃあ遠坂とアーチャーは普通の魔術師と使い魔の関係なのか。
そうよ。人の言うこと全然聞かないやつだけど、一応そういう関係。マスターとサーバントのつながりなんてガソリンとエンジンみたいなものだもの。こっちが魔力を提供してあっちがそれを食べるだけ。まあ中には肉体面でもサーバントと共有して疑似的な不死を得たマスターもいたそうよ。サーバントが死なない限り自分も死なないなんていうやつなんだけど。エミ、
ああ、聞いてる。じゃあ遠坂、俺の体って多少の傷はほっといても治るってことか。
あなたのサーバントの魔力を消費してね。理屈はわからないけど、原因がセイバーの実体化にあることは間違いないわ。 あなたが自然治癒の呪いなんて習得しているはずはないから。
当たり前だ。そんな難しいこと親父から教えてもらったことないからな。
そうじゃなくて、そうだったら私が悩む必要はなかったっていうことよ。いいわ、あなたには関係のない話だから。
Huh? What does she mean? I wonder why Tosaka's being so roundabout.
まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。
Don't tell me what to
助か
do.
ったからいいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。多少の傷なら治るなんていう甘い考えは捨てた方がいいでしょうね。
分かってる。俺が勝手に怪我して、それでセイバーから何かをもらってるなんていうのは申し訳ない。
バカね、そんな理由じゃないわよ。断言してもいいけど、あなたの傷を治すと減るのはセイバーの魔力だけじゃない。あなたそれ絶対なんか使ってるわ。寿命とか性分とか預金残高とか、ともかく何かが減りまくってるに違いないんだから。
Tosaka huffs once again. And I agree, but
預金残高は関係ないのでは。
関係あるわよ。魔術ってのは金食い虫なんだから。使ってればどんどんお金は減っていくものなの。そうでなければ許さないんだから、特に私が。
Tosaka absolutely explodes with fury. It's odd, really. The more I talk to her, the more this Tosaka feels like the real one, while the girl at school feels like an act. Though I guess I already noticed that yesterday.
まあお金の話は置いとくとして、次は真面目な話だけど、いいかしら、エミヤくん。
遠坂がここに残った本題ってやつだろ。いいよ。
じゃあ率直に聞くけど、エミヤくん、あなたこれからどうするつもり？
Tosaka asked the one question I hoped she wouldn't. Actually, that's not entirely true. I'm not It's not that I don't want her to ask so much as I haven't really thought of my answer yet. What am I going to do now? It's a question I want to ask.
正直わからない。聖杯を競い合うって言うけど、魔術師同士の戦いなんてしたことがない。第一、俺は
More than anything, I want to avoid any killing.
聖杯なんていう得体の知れないものに興味はないんだ。欲しくないもののために命を張るのはどうかと思う。
言うと思った。あなたね、そんなこと言ったらサーバントに殺されるわよ。
殺されるってどうして？
サーバントの目的も聖杯だから。彼らは聖杯を手に入れるという条件だからこそマスターの召喚に応じているのよ。サーバントにとって最も重要なのは聖杯なの。彼らは聖杯を手に入れる可能性があるからマスターに従い、時にマスターのために命を落とす。だっていうのに聖杯なんていらないよなんて言ってみなさい。裏切り者と切り殺されても文句は言えないでしょ。
なんだそれ、おかしいじゃないか。サーバントっていうのはマスターが呼び出したものなんだろ。なら
サーバントが無償で人間に従うなんて思ってたの？聖杯は手に入れた者の望みを叶える。それはマスターの守護者であるサーバントも例外じゃない。サーバントたちにもね、それぞれ何らかの欲望があるのよ。聖杯を手に入れるためにマスターがサーバントを呼び出すじゃない。聖杯が手に入るからサーバントはマスターの呼び出しに応じるのよ。
The servants have wishes too? Does that mean Saber also has a wish she wants granted by the Holy Grail?
だからサーバントはマスターが命令しなくとも他のマスターを消しにかかる。聖杯を手に入れるのは一人だけ。自分のマスター以外に聖杯が渡るのは彼らだって承知できないのよ。マスターと違ってサーバントには霊樹を奪うなんてことはできない。彼らが他のマスターを無力化するには殺す以外に方法がない。だからね、たとえマスター本人に戦う意志がないとしても戦いは避けられないのよ。サーバントに襲われたマスターは自分のサーバントでこれを撃退する。それが聖杯戦争なんだって綺麗から嫌っていうほど聞かされたでしょ。
ああ、それは昨日の夜教えられたけど。
That means that servants must fight and kill each other. I thought that would have been enough as long as the masters made peace with each other and gave up the Holy Grail. But if the servant answers the summons because they also seek the Holy Grail and will never give up until they have it, then battles between servants are really inevitable. But then, is the girl who fought so hard to protect me also here to fight, kill for, and maybe die all for the Holy Grail?
ってことだ。英霊だかなんだか知らないけど、セイバーは人間だ。昨日だってあんなに血を流してた。
あ、その点は安心して。サーバント
They're
に
like
生死はない
physical
から。
ghosts. They're fine.
サーバントは絶命しても本来の場所に帰るだけだもの。英霊っていうのはもう死んでも死なない現象だからね。戦いに敗れて殺されるのは当事者であるマスターだけよ。
いや、だから。
Even if their deaths are figurative, it doesn't change the fact that someone which takes the form of the human dies in this world.
何、人殺しだっていうの？魔術師のくせにまだそんな正義感振り回してるわけ？あなた。
Tosaku's right. As a mage, death is never far. I understand that fact, and I've long since resigned myself to it. But I'm not strong enough to be the judge of when and where other people should live or die.
当然だろう。相手を殺すための戦いなんて俺は付き合わない。
へえ、それじゃあミスミス殺されるのを待つだけなんだ。で、勝ちを他のマスターに譲るのね。
そうじゃない。要は最後まで残っていればいいんだろ。自分から殺し合いをする気はないけど、身を守るための戦いなら容赦はしないさ。人を殺しに来る相手なら逆に殺されても文句は言えないだろ
う。受けに回るんだ。それじゃあ他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するのね。例えば昨日のあいつが暴れ回って町の人間を皆殺しにしても。
The thing from yesterday? Dun dun dun. That twisted inhuman demon? It's strong enough to level a house with a single blow. If it sets its mind to it, I'm sure it could destroy all of Miyama overnight. To make matters worse, serpents can turn into spirit form. Humans who lack the ability to sense supernatural can't even see them. But as soon as servants materialize, they can interact with the physical world. You could say that they're ultimate weapons. No modern technology or weaponry can affect a spiritual form. Our attacks won't work on them, but they can hurt us. It's depressingly one-sided arrangement. From a normal person's point of view, servants may as well be natural disasters. When people die to an invisible killer, those deaths will just be treated as accidents or natural causes.
なんだよそれ。サーバント。いや、マスターとサーバントは他のマスターしか襲わないんじゃないのか。町の人たちは無関係だろう。
Yeah, what do normal people have to do with it, Rin?
そうだったらどんなに平和なことか。けどそれなら見届き役の綺麗なんていらないでしょ。一つ言い忘れていたけど、サーバントっていうのは霊なの。彼らはもう完成したものだから今以上の成長はない。けど燃料である魔力は別よ。蓄えた魔力が多ければ多いほどサーバントは生前の特殊能力を自由に行使できるわ。そのあたりは私たち魔術師と一緒なんだけど。あなたこの意味わかる？
わかる。魔術を連発できるってことだろ。
Magical energy is like gunpowder. The mage is the gun itself. Like how there are different guns, pistols, rifles, shotguns, mages all have a variety of abilities. To continue the metaphor, servants are like artillery cannons than firearms. They burn a huge amount of gunpowder to launch massive shells. We don't need a gun, we have a servant. The servant is the gun.
基本的に彼らは自分の中だけの魔力で活動する。
You heard it here, folks. Servants equal gun.
それを補充するのが私たちマスターで。
No, wait.
サーバント
Servant
は自分の魔力
equals
プラス主であるマ
ship
スターの魔
cannon.
力分しか生前の力を発揮できないの。けどそれだとあなたみたいに半人前のマスターじゃ優れたマスターにはかなわないってことになるでしょ。その抜け道っていうか当たり前って言えば当たり前の方法なんだけれど、サーバントは他から魔力を補充できる。サーバントは霊体だから同じものを食べてしまえば栄養は取れるってこと。
eating something similar?
同じものって霊体のことか。けど何の霊を食べるって言うんだよ。
簡単でしょ。自然霊は自然そのものから力を汲み取る。なら人間霊であるサーバントは一体何から力を汲み取ると思う？
It really is an easy question. Just as we eat meat, human spirits, like servants, have to eat.
ごめんと。まあ魔力の補充なんて聖杯に補助されたマスターからの提供だけで大抵は事足りる。けど一人より大勢の方が大量摂取できるのは当然でしょ。はっきり言ってしまえばね、実力のないマスターは
I think someone who uses a cannon would probably just be an archer, since anything that uses projectiles is just considered an archer. Or it could be like Karna in an extra CCC. He's a launcher.
サーバントは人間の幻感情や魂を魔力に変換する。自分のサーバントを強くしたいのならそれが一番効率がいい。人間を殺してサーバントへの生贄にするマスターは
生贄にするって、それじゃあ手段を選ばない奴がマスターならサーバントを強くするために人を殺しまくるってことなのか？
そうね。けど頭のいいやつならそんな無駄なことはしないんじゃないかな。いい？サーバントがいくら強力でも魔力の器そのものには限界がある。能力値以上の貯蔵はできないんだから、殺して回るにしても限度があるわ。それにあからさまに殺人を犯せば教会が黙ってないし、何よりそのシーンからサーバントの能力と正体が他のマスターたちにバレかねない。
Well, actually, the association would turn a blind eye if they weren't getting caught getting mass murdering people. Once people start to notice, then they probably would do something about it.
聖杯戦争は自分の正体を隠していた方が圧倒的に有利だから、普通のマスターならサーバントを出し惜しみするはずよ。
I get it. If you don't let anybody know you're a master, then the other masters won't attack you. Conversely, if the other masters know who you are, you're just asking to be ambushed. It stands to reason that no one would be reckless enough to let their servant attack civilians and get risk getting exposed.
なら問題はないじゃないか。マスターが命令しなければサーバントは無差別に人を襲わないんだから。
でしょうね。仮にも英雄だもの。自分から人を殺して回るやつはそもそも英雄だなんて呼ばれないだろうけど。
Get ready to be surprised.
暴虐者だからこそ英雄になった例なんていくらでもあるんだし。
Tosaka just casually raises a truly terrifying point. That she sounds genuine about it rather than sarcastic or ironic might be a reflection of her twisted nature. Whee! I have a bad feeling. I don't want to hear either of them. I don't think either topic is good. Are you trying to clear? I am trying to currently get all of the Taiga dojos for the Fate route before I continue on into any other route.
何よ黙り込んで。そんなに悩むほどのことじゃないでしょ。
そうかな。 なんかどっちにしても遠坂に怒られる気がするんで、話自体聞きたくない。
I crossed my arms over my chest. Crap. A sudden sense of dread creeps over me. I've poked the sleeping tiger. I just know it.
遠坂、なんかすごい顔してないか？
I could practically feel the wrath building in her.
あら、すごい顔ってどんな顔かしら？
Yes.
一応聞いておくけど。
Well, everything went
エミヤ君には
went
私が
weirdly
怒ってるように
neon,
見える
so
のか？
I'm a dead man.
いや、心なしか
Somebody put a Photoshop filter on, so
青筋が立ったように見えたような、見間違いにしたいような。
her smile is anything but kind, and I find myself stumbling over my words.
へえ、そんな風に見えたんだ。じゃあ、エミヤ君は私が怒ってるなんて思ってるわけね。
Yes.
その、怒ってるのか、遠坂。
当たり前よ言うにこと書いてどっちも聞きたくないですって。あんたね、自分の立場本当に分かってるのかってのよ、この考え。
No, because I'm a dumbass! Tosaka's words came out as a bestial roar. Her threatening tone makes me want to turn my tail and run, but
逃げるな。あんたはそこで正座。
no! I sit down on the floor, feet tucked beneath myself, and back straight.
いや、遠坂、正座ってなんでさ。
決まってるでしょ一方的に話をするのよ。エミヤ君はまだ寝ぼけてるようだから、目が覚めるまでそうしてなさい。
Tosaka's absolutely livid. I'm pretty sure that if I protest at all, she'll bite my head off, so I say nothing. I face a true monster now. Someone once told me it's best to play dead when dealing with a berserk animal.
まずは状況の確認よ。昨日、あれからどうなったのかを話してあげる。
Tosaka briefly explains what happened last night. Apparently, Berserker left right after I lost consciousness. Afterwards, my body started to heal on its own, and it was back to normal after a few minutes. I was still unconscious, so Tosaka brought me here, and the rest was as I remember it.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう事実よ。確かに私、
話を聞くとそうみたいだけど、なんだ。
まさか。
Da da da.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力。
ライン。
なら話は早いわ。普通は魔術。うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど。
本来ならありえない。
そうよ。
Da da da.
マスター。まあ中には肉体面で。
じゃあ遠坂。当たり前だ。まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。今回は助かったからいいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。 分かってる。俺。
バカね。そんな理由じゃないわ。あなた、それ絶対寿命とか勝負。
Money is power system.
預金残高は関係ないのでは。
Money is power system.
関係あるわよ。そうでなければ許さ。
Money is power. Not really.
もう次は。
遠坂がここに残った。
じゃあ率直に聞く。
正直、第一、聖杯欲しい。
言う。サーバントのも彼ら。
Da 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 da
なん
da.
ていうの。
Da 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 da. We just read this. Da 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 da.
サーバントたちに聖杯が手に入るから。だからサーバントに襲われたマスターは。
ああ。なんて。
はあ、その点は安心して。
いや、
何？
I read this already.
そう、人を殺し、
ふん。
なんだよそれ。サーバント。
一つ言わせるけど、蓄えたその
わかる。
We already read that already.
サーバントは霊体だから、
お
はっきり言ってしまえばね。サーバンそうね。それ
We can't team up, it's impossible. This isn't something I should be agonizing over. I'm an amateur, well, Tosaka is the first-rate mage and master. Given what's happened last night, teaming up with her is clearly the wiser choice. But,
エミヤくん、返事聞きたいんだけど。
doing it right now feels like jumping the gun. I don't think Tosaka is trying to deceive me, but I should figure things out on my phone first. Otherwise, I won't know right from wrong.
すまん。と、心配してくれるのはありがたいけど、いい返事はできない。ことがことだからな。
I meet her glare with my heels in. Tosaka slightly narrows her eyes and then gives an emotionless nod.
それじゃあ交渉は決裂ね。まあ、確かにエミヤくんの言い分も正しいわ。本当に勝つ気があるなら、誰も信用できないもの。
そんなことないぞ。俺、遠坂は信用してる。ただ、一人で決められることじゃないだけだ。俺がセイバーのマスターなら。
なるほど。確かにそうね。
Tosaka nods in acceptance and quickly turns away. Her long hair sways as she walks away. And with that, the girl who might have been my ally turns back.
それじゃあね。次に出会ったら敵同士だから。
So don't you dare come to school tomorrow! And leaves me with the cold warning, just like Ilya did. Whee!
さて。
I take a quick breath and try to organize my thoughts. I haven't even had time to think since witnessing the fight between Lancer and Archer back at school. Lancer stabbed me in the chest at school and somehow survived and got home, and Lancer attacked me again. Shirou, you fool! You're doomed! Yeah, who could have foreseen such a thing? Totally not me! Haha! Totally not me! Who's trying to fill out the flowchart?
セイバーに助けられてマスターになった。
So then I had things explained at the church. The Holy Grail War, Battle of the Dead, the Holy Grail, the device to grant any wish in victor. So much I don't understand, but I have a reliable guide to help me out.
まずはセイバーに話を聞かないと。
After making a full round of the house, Saber is nowhere to be found. I even checked the detached guest rooms, but I can't find her.
おかしいな。あの格好なんだ。いればすぐにわかりそうなもんだけど。
Even so, a fully armed and armored Saber still eludes me. Supposedly, servants can turn into spirit forms, but unfortunately, she can't with me. No, first of all,
マスターだなんて言うけど、俺、あいつのことを何にも知らないんだよな。
I don't even know what Saber is or how servants are able to exist. The one thing I do know is... it really doesn't matter how much stronger or better someone is. They can be wounded in a fight. They can bleed when they're wounded. Saber is in the still silent dojo. She looks different than she had last night. Saber is sitting upright, her legs tucked beneath herself on the wooden floor. She's not wearing her armor. She changed into rather elegant clothes, and it really suited her now that she sits and waits. Words fail me at the sight. Saber looks beautiful. She strikes me as a refined, dignified figure as she sits there with eyes closed. She seems to almost merge with the silence, like nothing so much still as the water. And that rids me of further doubts in my mind. Servant or whatever she is, she seems sacrosanct. Sacrosanct? I don't know. So from now on, I won't go down the wrong path. I call out to her. Saber calmly opens her eyes and meets my gaze. Her voice is serene. Something rich and calm about her voice hangs in the air.
ついさっき目が覚めた。
体を休めていました。私にはシローの手当てはできませんから。今はせめて自身を万全にしておこうと思いまして。
Saber gives a straightforward response as she scrutinizes me. This is, making me nervous in a different way than Tozaka did.
シロー、どうしました？やはり体がまだ。
いや、こっちも問題ない。勝手に戸惑ってるだけだから、気にしないでくれ。
I quickly take a step back and shake my head. Looking away from Saber, who tilts her head quizzically, I try to calm my heartbeat. Yeah, why are you getting worked up like this? I take a deep breath. But I don't think this feeling is going away anytime soon. I can't help myself. But Saber in that outfit, I can't help but actually think she's real now. Seriously, she's drop-dead gorgeous. I mean, I saw that yesterday, but that's actually setting in now. And seeing her dressed in a girlish outfit makes it really difficult for a normal boy my age to act properly.
Shirou.
As soon as we make eye contact, I feel my nervousness grow. Then again, I wasn't looking everywhere just for her to stay silent. It's uncomfortable, but I can't let it be awkward forever.
いいかな、セイバー。こうやって落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
I bite the bullet. And then...
シロ、話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
She interrupts me, obviously displeased, making her earlier calm hard to fathom.
いいけど。
ですから昨夜の件です。シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから、シロは自分の役割に徹してください。
Saber doesn't mince words. Her clipped tone is enough to make me forget my anxiety.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし。
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
Saber stiffens as if surprised to see me upset at her. Then her look becomes one of indescribable dignity. I find myself taking a step back under her severe expression. Now I feel embarrassed, like I've said something incredibly tone deaf.
ともかく、うちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。
I turn around to thank her. It's embarrassing enough to thank her like this, but the situation feels even more awkward. Even so, I'm going to thank the person who saved my life.
それはどうも。サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝をされるのは嬉しい。
いや、別に礼儀正しくなんかないぞ。
There's something more pressing that I need to bring up.
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上。
Saber does not hesitate in the slightest to give her answer. Her tone leaves no room for doubt.
剣になるか。それは
シロはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのは、セイバーも知ってる通り、俺は半人前の魔術師だからな。セイバーには悪いが、俺にはマスターとして
I didn't even know what a Holy Grail War was.
戦うと決めたからには戦う。未熟なマスターだけど、セイバーはそれでいいのか？
もちろん。私のマスターはあなたです。これはどうあっても変わらない。 サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
I didn't know that. It's true, I need to respect Saber's needs and actions the best I can.
それじゃあ俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな。
ええ。ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。あなたに賞賛がなければ私が作る。可能である全ての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。私たちサーバントは無償であなたたちマスターに仕えるのではない。
ちょっと待った。
当然でしょ。聖杯戦争に勝利したマスターはサーバントを介して聖杯を手に入れる。それがサーバントとマスターの関係です。
Oh, come to think of it, there's no reason these absurdly strong hero spirits would listen to humans normally. They have their own reasons for serving masters, which means Saber has a wish she wants granted. That's why Saber doesn't hesitate to fight, even if her master is as complete as I am.
それじゃあもう一つマスターっていうのはサーバントを召喚する魔術師の。それはいいんだけど、セイバーたちのことが俺にはまだよくわからない。セイバーとかランサーとかどうも本名じゃないのはわかる。
ええ。私たちの呼び名は役割ごとにつけられた呼称に過ぎません。私たちサーバントは英霊です。それぞれが自分の生きた時代で名を馳せたか、どのような手段であれ、一個人の力だけで。
This much is obvious. Heroic spirits or supernatural abilities, while they were alive, were celebrated after their deaths and promoted to a higher spiritual rank than a ghost or such.
ですが、それは同時に短所でもあります。私たちは英霊であるがゆえに名を明かす、正体を明かすということは。
そうか。英雄ってのは大抵何らかの苦手な相手があるもんな。
はい。もっとも私がセーバーと呼ばれるのは聖杯に招かれたサーバントは7人いますが、その全てがそれぞれのクラスに応じて選ばれ。
クラス？そのセイバーとかアーチャーとか？
そうです。元より英霊を丸ごと召喚するということ自体が奇跡に近い。その解決のため聖杯はあらかじめ7つの器を用意し、その器に適合する英霊だけを呼び寄せた。それが7つの役割。セーバー、ランサー、アーチャー、
Cards!
ライダー、キャスター、
Will be remade into colorful versions for the FGO.
バーサーカー。聖杯は役割に該当する能力を持った英霊を、そうしてクラスという殻をかぶった者がサーバントと呼ばれる。なる
ほど。じゃあセイバーは剣に優れた英霊だからセイバーとして呼ばれたってことか。
はい。属性を複数持つ英霊もいますが、こと剣に関しては私の右に出る者はいないと自負しています。もっともそれがセイバーの欠点でもある。私は魔術師ではありませんから、マスターの剣となって敵を撃つことしかできない。
剣棒術数には向かないってことだな。いや、それは欠点じゃないと思うけど、セイバーはあんなに強いんだから。
シロ、戦闘で強いだけではこの戦いは勝ち抜けません。例えばの話ですが、敵が自身より白兵戦で優れている場合、あなたならどうしますか？
いや、そうだな。正面から戦っても勝てないって分かってるなら、
I understand once I say that. If the opponent is strong, then of course you wouldn't pick to direct fight with them. Defeating opponents with a sword wasn't the only way to fight. You could beat your opponents with a sword, but you just have to come up with another way.
そういうことです。白兵戦で優れていると相手に知られた場合、相手はまず白兵戦など仕掛けてこないでしょう。アサシンのサーバントは能力こそ低いですが、気配を隠すという能力がありますし、キャスターのサーバントはこの時代にはない魔術に精通している。単純な戦力差だけで楽観はできません。加えて私たちには宝具がある。どのようなサーバントであれ、英霊である以上は。
宝具？
I have not heard the term. Though I think I can glean from the meaning from the words.
宝具とはサーバントが持つ特別な武具のことです。 ランサーの槍やアーチャーの弓、それに私の剣などが該当します。英雄とはそれ単体で英雄とは呼ばれません。彼らはシンボルとなる武具を持つがゆえにヒーローとして特化している。英雄とその武装は一つなのです。ゆえに英霊となった者たちはそれぞれが強力な武具を携えています。それが宝具、サーバントたちの切り札であり、私たちが最も警戒すべきものです。
Saber says that noble phantasms are weapons that heroic spirits had while they were alive. I recall that the Blue Knight's spear sucked up all the magical energy in the air and stabbed Saber's chest with an impossible trajectory. That thing is clearly not something that a normal human can handle. The spear itself carried a strong curse, but I felt an amount of magical energy at another level from the words Lancer said back then too. Could that be...
セイバー、宝具ってのは魔術なのか。確かにランサーの槍は曰くありげな槍だったけどあいつの言葉であの槍は武器の領域から逸脱した。
ええ、確かに宝具は魔術に近い。例えばランサーの槍です。彼の槍はそれ自体が宝具ではありますが、その進化を発揮するのは宝具とはある意味形になった神秘ですから、魔術の発現に栄唱が必要なように宝具の発動にも栄唱ですが、これにも危険はあります。宝具の神名を口にすれば。
そっか、英雄と武器はセットだもんな。
Saber nods in silence. This is why the Noble Phantasm is a trump card. In exchange for revealing their identity, it would enlarge an unavoidable fatal blow, and that attack misses or failed, the servant could be revealed their
それじゃあ
weaknesses.
セイバー、お前の宝具はあの見えない剣なのか。
そうですね。ですが、あれはまだ正体を明かしていません。
With that, Saber looks away uncomfortably for a second.
シロー、その件についてお願いがあります。
お願いってどんな？
It's Cyan. Hi, Cyan.
Hey, bye.
Hi.
I
Hello.
just wanted to see what you were doing.
I'm playing Fate because I'm all alone today.
You know what? Oh, you're alone today. You don't
Yeah.
have what's his name?
Azure. Yeah, Azure's not here. He had things to do this week.
Oh, he busy.
He busy.
Well, okay, I might be back.
I don't know if I'm staying much longer. I cannot keep my eyes open.
Okay, then go to sleep, Cherry. Goodbye, bye.
Bye-bye.
優れた魔術師ならば、シローの思考を読むことも可能でしょう。
ああ、名前は明かせないってことか。
Azure on leave, yep.
確かにその通りだ。催眠とか暗示とかいないとは思うけど、他のマスターに魔眼持ちがいたら、よし、そうしよう。セイバーの宝具の使いどころはセイバー自身の判断に任せる。
その、本当にそんなにあっさりと。
あっさりじゃないぞ。ちゃんと考えて納得したんだ。考えた末の合意だから気にすんな。
Moving on. We've talked through most things, but I still don't think I understand the whole
なあ、セイ
situation.
バー、マスターやサーバントってなんか目印はないのか？
いいえ、残念ながら。ただ、近くにいるのなら、サーバントはサーバントの気配を察知できます。シローもバーサーカーの気配は感じ取れたでしょ？
それはそうだけどな。襲われて初めてわかるなんていうのはまずいだろ
う。では、マスターの気配をたどるのはどうですか？マスターとて魔術師です。
悪い。あいにくそんな器用な真似はできない。
I mean, I didn't even realize Tosaka's identity, and we go to the same school. We were in the same building for 2 years. On top of that, I saw her many times.
これじゃ確かに半人前ってバカにされるわけだ。
I sigh heavily. And then...
シロ、少し目を閉じてもらえますか？
Saber's face is stern as she speaks.
目を閉じるってなんで？
あなたがマスターだと証明するためです。いいですから。
I close my eyes. I feel something slightly touching my forehead. Wait, it's oddly pointed. Could it be the end of her sword?
セイバー、ちょっと待て。
マスター、黙って私の指先に意識を集中してください。
So it's Saber's fingers touching me. I pull myself together and quiet my mind. Whoa, what is this?
セイバー、今のなんだ？
なんだではありません。あなたと私は契約によってつながっているのですから。
把握って今のが？
どのような形で把握したのかは知りません。サーバントの能力を測るのはあくまでシローが見る基準です。つまり個人差はあれど本人にとって最も判別しやすいトライ、これはマスターとしての基本ですから、今後は頻繁に確かめてください。
I think I get it now. I was surprised because it was so sudden, but I might be a little bit more like a master now.
簡略しましたが、私にできる説明。
ああ、駆け足だけど合点がいった。
すまなかったではありません。状況が分かったのなら。
Saber leans forward attentively, waiting my next words. This tells me Saber's probably the same as Tosaka. She's the sort to strike first.
どうするも何も別段変わったことはしないぞ。トサカみたいに自分から他のマスターを倒しに行くなんて。
シロ、それでは話が違う。あなたはマスターとして。
Saber's eyes narrow. Those eyes are those of a cool-headed knight that does not accept my disagreement. I stare back, trying not to let myself be intimidated and clearly convey my intentions.
ある。けど、それは悪い奴に渡らないようにしたいからだ。俺には自分から聖杯が欲しいっていう理由はない。けど、それは戦わないって意味じゃないぞ。見習いだけど、俺は魔術師だ。自分が後戻りできない場所にいることぐらい理解してる。
では、魔術師として避けられない戦い。つまり聖杯を手に入れるためではなく。
ああ、そういうことになるのか。そうだな。
Yeah. Honestly, the idea of the Holy Grail doesn't feel real to me. But preventing battles? That I can fight my hardest for and do with pride.
わからない。シロは魔術師だという。ならば万能である聖杯を欲するはずです。
何言ってるんだ。叶えられない望みなんて持ってないぞ、俺。やらなくちゃいけないことは山ほどあるけどな。
Yeah. That's why I need to do everything in my power to keep innocent people out of the battle.
それではシロは聖杯がいらないというのですか。聖杯のためには戦わないと。
そうは言ってないだろう。戦うからには聖杯は手に入れるつもりだぞ。
それこそ矛盾している。あなたには必要がないものを。
Well, because winning means you get the Holy Grail, and most of all.
必要なんだろ。なら必ず手に入れなくちゃ。なあ、他のマスターがどんなやつかは知らない。もしかすると中にはすごくいいやつだっているかもしれない。けど俺はセイバーの味方をするって決めたんだ。そのセイバーが聖杯を手に入れたいって言うなら最大限手を貸すのは当たり前だろう。その親父の受け売りなんだけどな。正義の味方になるんだったらエゴイストになれって。誰にも彼にも味方なんてしてたら意味がないんだから、自分が信用できる自分が好きな相手だけの味方をしなくちゃダメだって。今までそうは思えなかったけど今はそう考えるべきだと思う。俺は自分のために戦うなんてのはできないけど、セイバーのために戦うんならそれがいい。
And to be honest, if it's something this girl wants seriously, it's only natural to want to obtain it for her no matter what. I mean, don't all guys think that way?
では、私が聖杯を諦めれば戦わないというのですか。
I wouldn't want that. But if Saber does that, everything I thought of so far falls apart.
それでも同じだ。一度戦うと言ったんだ。だから逃げない。これは絶対だぞ。
I look at her straight in the eyes as I declare this. Saber doesn't respond immediately. She takes a deep breath and then looks at me.
わかりました。マスターであるあなたがそう言うのなら、私は従うだけです。私の目的は聖杯であり、ですが、シロ。
Saber stops abruptly. She seems to look far into the distance.
私にはうまく言えないのですが、それではシロは後悔する。きっと後悔することになる。
So she says. I already regret a lot of things in my life. Haha. No save. What's the flowchart be looking like, bruh? Bruh. Look at that. This is the fate route, but the flowchart be going up here into the unlimited blade works territory. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Flowchart be flowing, man. Alright. I am going to leave here because every time I blink, my eyes close a little longer each time. And I am falling asleep. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's been a treat. I hope to see you next time. I don't know if I'm playing Fate tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. For now, I'll see you all next time. Tomorrow, for whatever we play tomorrow. I don't know just yet. Alright, bye-bye. Bye. Oh, God.